I'm back. Oh, I thought Gary would be the last one. Guess no. I was counting down. I was like, oh, I'm scared. Okay, senior speech for Gary. Hi again, for those of you who don't know me, which you should know me. I'm Susan, I'm a sophomore. I just said that, so I'm going to skip that part. It's my honor to have the opportunity to stand here. Oh, I'll wait for you. And talk about my brother and my friend, Gary. Thanks for inviting me. So, I've known Gary for the past 3 years. Gary was only a sophomore when I first got here, and I was only an 8th grader. We didn't have many conversations at first because we didn't have any classes in common. Well, now you might be wondering, so you don't even know him, yet you're doing senior speech for him? And that's exactly what I'm getting into. Gary was one of the most welcoming international students among all. You might not be able to imagine that right now. Okay, but 3 years ago, we were a large group. The school was ruled by internationals. I'm just kidding. Okay, it was a great year, and everything was so different. In the meantime, we were still at the old campus, and we would always gather together at lunchtime, sharing our lunches, like fancy Asian lunches, like a buffet, with all kinds of homemade Asian food. And my first impression of Gary was that, wow, that's some really good food. I'm not kidding, Gary has the best food. I don't know who makes lunch for Gary, but whoever that is, he or she has earned respect from all of us international students. Like, literally. But of course, having good food won't make you a great person. What I really want to mention here is Gary's great heart of sharing and caring. The most frequent words I heard him saying were, sure, take some. No worries, no problem. She's so generous. There was one time I was eating his shrimp and I accidentally finished all of them and he was like, it's okay. I was like, oh. I didn't even know him that well, yet he was so kind to me. He never said no. Never. Sharing sounds like an easy thing to do, but it's not. If I had lunch like that, I don't know if I'd do the same. Now, getting over the amazing lunch part, I would like to get a little more serious here and share some things about Gary as his classmate and his friend. This year, I finally got the chance to be in the same class with Gary, which is our awesome Christian Foundation Bible class. Sadly, Gary couldn't come to the campus and be in the classroom with us, but he never ditched a single class period. This is the second quality of Gary that I would like to share with you. Gary is such an amazing and responsible student, classmate, and teammate. Most of us here had experience going on Zoom and taking classes online. Therefore, you all should know how hard it is to just log in. Like, not even be there, just to log in. Oh, and this is very hard for me. I think I slept through most of my classes. But I'm gonna quote something from my former classmate, Josh. He said this to Gary. Bro, you're not even here in person, yet you show up more than I do. It is incredible because Gary has never been late or absent for once. And this is not easy, you guys. We have this class for the first period. Lastly, I want to talk about some of Gary's qualities that I really admire. Gary is a magician not only because he knows how to do super cool tricks, but also because he's an incredible person. Gary is so strong. For what I've known, he has been through so much, yet I have never heard Gary complain a single word about life. I have a habit of greeting, which is to ask, how's life, to all of my friends. Most people I know, classmates or friends, respond with words like, I'm tired, you can't even picture, I didn't sleep last night, or it's boring, I'm lost. It seems like being tired is becoming a common phenomenon. But whenever I see Gary, whenever I ask him, how's life? Gary always responds with a smile and says, good. This is why we all love Gary. Yeah, exactly. It is my honor to become your classmate and your friend, and your company has made my high school life so much cooler. 接下来这段话没有任何意义，我只是想说一段看起来有意义的话，这样就看起来我好像升华了整个主题一样。Here's the verse I want to share with you. Proverbs 22:9. The generous hold themselves be blessed, for they shared their food with the poor. Keep up with this generous heart of yours, for it is a gift from God, and it has blessed and will be blessing more and more people. Hope you have an amazing time in college, and don't forget to come back and visit.